We must focus on.
Well, what are the other studies like? If the other ones aren't observational,
yes.
Because as we said, you can't if you have something that's going to cause these neuropsychiatric effects. Ethically, right now, we couldn't do a randomized control trial.
Correct.
So,
correct.
what kind of studies are these that you're citing that aren't observational?
Okay. Well, in 1995, I carried out 2 randomized control trials in British troops in Kenya, because my superiors had told me to. The first one was a bit unsatisfactory because the soldiers were not taking their tablets, and they admitted to not complying. So I put on a second trial, and this time we said to them, look, please take your tablets. We put in orders, and we said, look, this is very important. And so we made every effort to make sure that they complied. And the results were surprising. There were 600 soldiers in this study. They were randomized to either MEFLOQUINE or chloroquine pro guano, which is an obsolete combination now. And so about 280 were taking MEFLOQUINE, about 280 were taking the other regimen, and it was double-blinded, and we had 2 critical events in the soldiers. One of the soldiers became psychotic. He's getting auditory delusions and had to be airlifted out back to England to a mental hospital. So his career was wrecked as a soldier. And then shortly after the trial ended, we had a soldier who committed suicide, and when the code was broken, it was found that he also was on MEFLOQUINE. So 2 very, very severe events.
So you're saying 2 out of, and this was 600 soldiers, they were randomized. So 2 soldiers out of 300 having developed psychotic symptoms?
And there were none in the chloroquine and proguanil arms.
Yes.
So that, to me, represents powerful evidence.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but if you look at the incidence of psychotic disorders in the population,
yes.
2 out of 300 goes, if anything, a little lower than what you'd have in the general population. So can you really extrapolate any sort of statistical significance from 2 instances of psychotic symptoms among 300 people?
Well, if you're studying soldiers for 6 weeks, you don't get 2 soldiers out of 600 becoming psychotic, one of them committing suicide and one of them being confined to a mental home, because by definition, soldiers are psychologically healthy. So there was something happening that was causing these terrible events in these soldiers. I should add that trial actually, towards the end, it collapsed because I have to say my superiors could see it wasn't going the way they wanted, and I was taken off the control of that particular trial and sent to Bosnia. So I never even found out about the guy who'd committed suicide until several years later, when by chance I discovered that had occurred. There was a coroner's inquest into that case, and the coroner asked, is it the case the soldier was taking MEFLOQUINE? And I was in Bosnia at the time. I didn't even know there was an inquest. And the coroner was told, oh, we don't know. He might have been taking MEFLOQUINE. We just can't find out. Unfortunately, he's died, committed suicide. But anyway, MEFLOQUINE doesn't cause anything particularly. It doesn't sort of affect soldiers any more than it does civilians, which is a kind of fudgy answer.
Okay. I'm sorry.